Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Just Talking to You. I'm your host, Big Smooth, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with the crew. Crew, say what's up to our listeners today.
What's going on, y'all?
All right, we're going to start off our intros from my right to my left. We're going to start off on my right. Miss Shay, introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody, I'm Shay down in Dallas, and I am Philip Bailey's Flip.
Damn, that's what's up. You feel a Bailey's flip. God damn.
Yeah, that flip was strong on the verses.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty strong on the verse. Really, pretty much. All right, we'll swing on over to our girl, Dre Day, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm your girl, Dre Day, and I'm here for the 1, 2, 3 skidoo.
Okay. That's what's up. Skidoo, huh?
Yes.
Okay, you told your age, saying that old ass shit. God damn, you told your age.
I don't really know what skidoo is. I'm not.
My point exactly. That's
beyond. I read that in Stephen King novels. Just leave me alone.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, y'all. Last but not, we're gonna introduce my boy Chris Storian. Chris Storian, introduce yourself to the crew. To their listeners. Shit, I said the crew. We know who your ass is. Go ahead, man.
How you doing, family? It's so good to see you. It's your man Chris Storian here at Chris Storian. At Chris Storian on Twitter, at Chris Storian 2 on Instagram, and it's everybody's mama favorite. She loved me, and I love her cooking too.
Okay, all right. They gonna still bust your damn head, man. Somebody out here go mess around with a mama name who mess with a Chris. They gonna think about you.
Well, everybody mama can't cook, so let me stop saying that. Everybody mama can't cook in the kitchen.
But everybody can try.
Gladys or Cheryl, she can cook.
Oh, yeah. Gladys's, Cheryl's, Bertha's, they can cook.
Who is named Bertha still?
Hey, man, I know one Miss Bertha. So don't be talking about Miss Bertha.
If you have to call her Miss Bertha, that means that she is one of our elders and not one of our cohorts.
It's not. Now, there's some young Berthas out there too.
Who
is it?
That done got named after their girl.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna lie. I do know one.
I done met a 30-year-old Bertha.
My Lord.
I know a girl in her 20s named Bertha.
And I met a 28-year-old
Eartha.
Eartha, yeah. My little cousin used to mess with a chick named Eartha. I'm like, how she get that out? I already knew she named after her grandmama, or great granny, or something like that. That was one of the names.
Or it could have been Eartha Kid.
Yeah, Eartha Kid. Oh man, darling, Marcus, darling.
I knew you was going somewhere.
Oh, I was going with it, didn't you?
You so right.
Hey man, y'all know who I am. I'm Big Smooth, man. I used to be your auntie side dude till she got herself together and got Jesus in her life at church and stuff. But other than that,
he brought religion.
Yeah,
he brought religion into it.
We
all going to hell.
I was the auntie side dude until she got Jesus in her life, till she found him. He wasn't never lost, but she found him. Hey man, all right, how was y'all day today, man? What y'all do today? I know this is a midweek. I know y'all probably did some working or something today. You may not have. What y'all do today? Day?
I did do some work. I did work today. And I had, with everything that's going on in our country right now, had one of those weird, exhausting conversations with a friend of mine where he just ready to let all people that don't look like him go. And
explain that. What you say? Let them go?
Yeah, just
cut them off or
cut them off. No, ain't nobody trying to go to prison.
I'm finna say, man, who the hell you affiliate yourself to about just going on a shooting rampage and stuff?
Yeah, didn't nobody say nothing about a shooting rampage, but whatever.
I mean, you said,
okay. Let them go. You let people go. You let them go live their own lives, and their thoughts and words don't intrude on yours at that point. You have to let people go. And if they come back like a bird in love or something, you know what I'm talking about. You let it fly free and it comes back, it's yours forever or some mess like that. Yeah, but that's where he is right now. And it was kind of disturbing, so it had a kind of a damper on my day.
Did you give him a hug and told him it was going to be all right?
No, we were texting one another.
Oh, that was even worse then,
Yeah,
man.
but I fully
Mhm.
support some of the stuff that some of the stuff that he was saying. But you know,
Okay.
Mhm.
I can see how people right now are getting radicalized. You know, and by
Mm-hmm.
people I mean us. You know, black people were
Right.
starting to get radicalized in this manner. Like, I don't even want to deal with you no more. You know,
Right.
we
Mhm.
tried to make it work. Everything you asked us to do, we did. So, you know, adios, you know, something like that.
The
So
two
I get it.
fingers.
Yeah.
That's
I
what's up, man.
stunk up the
What
deuce for the South and the North.
What about you,
Suckers.
Chris Dorian? What you was doing today, man?
I had a My days have been fully difficult lately. I mean, I'm going through. I know I look really tired, so I apologize for my appearance. But I had a MS relapse, so
Oh
I've
man.
been going through my infusion therapy to try to get myself back, and just had me a little tired. So I finished up my last one today, and that's what I was doing. Working on how to make myself better and what can I do to not have this happen again. That's how I spent my day today.
Oh man, that's what's up, man. We are here supporting you 100%, man. So you all, if you know anything, know that the crew, your family, we in your corner, man. We got your back, brother.
Appreciate you.
Mhm.
Shay Boogie, what's
Sup?
up? What's up, Shay Boogie? What you do
Not
today?
much. Worked. Work. And then some more work behind that work. I'm resenting work because I work so much.
Mm.
But it was cool and it's a blessing to have it in the first place. So I'm gonna accept it and I'm gonna move on. But it was a rough day though. It was a rough day. So
Oh
but the
man,
good part is I got off early and I was sneaking home legally. So
sneaking
boom.
home legally.
Did you have to
Mhm.
sneak?
Okay, so this will happen. I had to go and inventory a campus. So the meeting was at 2 o'clock. And so I kind of showed up fashionably late at 2:30. So as I was sitting there plotting my exit, because I was not going back to my office, uh I got an email saying since it was early release day today, we could go ahead and go home. So I snuck home legally.
oh man,
Hmm.
did you now? Do you don't clock in? Do you?
Yes. So I
Okay,
clocked out at the campus, but it was legal. It
it
was
was
a legal
legal.
sneak. Yep.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
I love a legal sneak.
That's what's up, man. Hey y'all, what's going on in the news before we jump off into our topic, man? What's cracking with the news, man? What y'all done read and looked at
Mm.
today?
Um,
I heard on the radio this morning about Usher throwing his own money, like he king of coming to America. Was I king?
At,
Yeah, king of
some
kings.
hey,
hookah.
he threw that money at the strip club. They like, hey man, get this shit up out of here, man. We need some we need some Ben Franklins, Andrew Jacksons, Thomas Jeffersons. Get your butt up out of here with this Usher money, man.
Yeah, here throwing Usher
Look,
bucks.
Usher
look, you
Bucks.
haven't won nan presidential election. I'm gonna need you to quit.
He ain't even
You
on
stop
Mount
it.
Rushmore or nothing.
Nothing.
I don't even think
And
you
wait
put
a
him on the
minute.
Mount. You don't even put him on the Mount Rushmore hip hop. Shoot.
Where do you go and print the money? Like, how do you, where? And
You
how
can
much
order
did
it.
you
You
print,
can order
man?
it. You can
in
order it.
in his basement or have somebody
You
one
can
of his
have somebody make it.
publicists
It's
do
all kind of graphic. You can make your own money up. It's not a big deal.
get with his
Right?
publicist and have his publicist call somebody, make a call, and boom.
We can do it ourselves. So you can go and you can order your own money. It's not a big deal.
That is okay. I'm gonna order some Shea Bucks. Look, hey,
The boy
I wish
got
I
his
would have
own money.
some.
The boy got his own. When I say he got his own money, he got his own
He got
money.
his own money. Hmm. That was
Oh my
funny to
god.
me. Them girls was like, "Ooh, Usher, he throwing us some change. He throwing some change up in here." No,
Oh
sis.
no,
You
no,
try to
no.
spend that, end up in jail. You
I'm
better
telling you,
not.
you can't even slide through the Usher buck in that vending machine to get you a Pepsi or nothing. You gonna be
Can't get
stuck.
no Pepsi, can't get no sweet tarts, you can't get nothing.
Oh
for the
my
jail sentence.
God, man. Hey man, I know I sent the group a video today, man, and it was a crazy video, man. It was, when I say the video was crazy, crazy, it was crazy to the point that you just had to sit back and be like, is this really happening? Is this really happening?
There's
And
other
it,
stuff too.
it just left you in amazement, man. It was a video. I forgot what city it was in. I want to say it was a guy that was detained by the police in a pickup truck. Not a black, it was a white guy. He was detained by the cops in a pickup truck. And once they detained him, they drew down on him. He had his firearm open, not concealed. It was open on the seat, and he didn't grab. He put his hands on it. He grabbed it, and they didn't do nothing. They talked to him, and then this is the kicker though, and we'll probably provide the video in the link here, guys, for you guys. But the kicker to all of that was after he did that, he told the police officer, "Take your hands off me." They took their hands off. He said, "Holster your weapon." They didn't holster their weapons. And the icing on the cake, he said, "I'm finna drive off right now, and you guys aren't going to do anything because you guys violated my rights." He threw the car in drive and drove off. And they didn't hop in their car or chase him at all.
But you know what else happened this week? And that's what I was going to talk about news right now. Dante Wright is killed for air freshener.
Wow.
Hanging off his mirror.
Air freshener. He's dead. This man grabbed the cop's gun, told them to put their weapons up, and drove off. And they were saying that Dante Wright was running from the police. I didn't see him running. I seen that woman move a cop out of the way, grab her gun, and then shoot person she was upset with behind. I seen a man get murdered. And then on top of that, we have the Shaven trial going. And he's gonna be the sacrificial lamb to give us a what do you call it, a moral victory. He's going to be the moral victory, because I seen someone say today that he got his defense staff off Wish.
He had to.
Hey man, hey, I'm telling you,
I've been hearing about
the lady who shot Dante, man. The crazy thing about that, she resigned. She's been she's a 26-year veteran, and she was a training officer. So you gotta have a cooler head by being a training officer.
So okay, how does a training officer mistake a taser for a shotgun after 26 years? It's nothing you do after that many work hours.
You don't.
You grab what you got on purpose.
Yes. Yes.
So a 4-pound Glock, you're gonna mistake a Glock for the light taser.
Yep. And it's 15
part of your body.
7 pounds of pressure when you pull that trigger, man.
And the police chief was fired too, apparently.
Well, they quote unquote resigned, but
they resigned, both of them.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was fired. I saw an article he was fired.
The police department
you can get resigned.
The police department resigned
them. They give you a
them.
chance to say you can go willingly, or we can fire you. You can just say, "Hey, it's too much for me. I'm going to go."
What got him in trouble was he made a comment that about the just due process. He made a comment about due process and everything, and that's what signed his death certificate today. And what got him walking up out of there too, man. And it's just crazy, man. I think they're gonna make a lesson out of her too as well. I think, man.
Well, they can't find her right now. She is in the wind. Her house is boarded up.
No, she turned herself in, they said.
Oh, well, because this was this morning when I heard, but I know like people was looking for her and her house was all boarded up. She wasn't staying in her house.
Oh man, that lady got it. Oh man, she gonna have him after. Put it like that. She better board up and get up out of there.
Oops, my bad. I knocked your glasses off and broke them. It's
right.
Not, oops, my bad. I shot you.
Right.
Man.
Right.
But these people that's justifying the shooting by saying, well, he should have complied. He should have this. And then you put that up against the video that Smooth was talking about and where this guy does everything. I watched the video. That man told the cops, I'm gonna shoot you and your dog if y'all sick that dog on me.
He
Here, he
did.
told
He
them that,
did, Dre Day.
He's
He
alive.
did.
and they were
He's
like,
alive.
Yes.
"Oh, buddy, just work with us, buddy." No, so you can't tell me that these officers cannot
Don't have
find a
discretion.
different
Right.
way
Right.
to handle these issues.
Right.
This man flat out told you he had a gun, told you he would shoot you.
But that's how they
sad,
do it
man.
all the time.
Nope.
They took that one dude to Burger King. They just apprehended the other dude that
Dylan
was
Ruth.
shooting the Asian
They took Dylan
community.
Ruth to Burger
Walked
King.
him into jail. Huh?
They took Dylan Ruth, out in South Carolina,
Yes.
when he executed those people at the African Methodist Church. Man, they took him to Burger King afterwards. They sure did.
Yes. So if you can walk these people who cause such devastation, walk them into jail. Why is there so many accidental killings of African Americans?
And then my thing is,
True.
you close range. Why do you have to go for head or chest when you can just as easily go for a foot at close range? If I don't want you to run, I can hobble you.
Thigh, calf.
I wouldn't do thigh because of the femoral artery.
Right.
But your foot is fair game to me.
Hell, Quick shot that lady in her pinky toe. He didn't want her to die.
She dead though now.
Yeah,
well, that was time. Time got her.
She got to say ouch.
Right. Rest in peace,
She got
Della
to say
Reese.
ouch.
Exactly.
And she got to live to limp another day.
And she put what's left of her foot in his ass. She would go kill him, sugar. She would go kill him, sugar.
But yeah,
she gonna kill him dead.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I was a y'all know what I used to do, and we would have chemical agents.
Yes, former stripper. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We would have chemical agents that we had to wear on our belt. So think of that as your gun. Okay. I also, just as a matter of being a woman in a male prison, when I walked around with an uncapped pen on my left side. So I'm right hand dominant. So my COP, my chemical agents were on my right. My uncapped pen or my shank was on my left. I never reached for the shank first. Not one time.
Right.
Because I knew what I was supposed. You supposed to use less than lethal, at the beginning. Now, if it got bad, if I sprayed you and you was one of those people that you on every kind of medication and the chemical agents didn't bother you, I got to kill you. So I'm gonna put this shank in you. I'm gonna put this ink pen in you, and I'm gonna jug it as much as I can to keep you off of me.
The jugger.
That's right. But to me, that was like, if you know that your weapon is on your dominant side and your less than lethal is on your non-dominant side, and you've been doing this for 26 years.
She's a trainer.
This is it might not be a planned event. It may have been done to scare him, but she meant to pull her weapon. And that's just the way I feel about it. I couldn't be on that jury.
Put a weapon that does not have a safety on it. Glock does not have a safety.
Exactly.
Not at all. Not at all. Hey, man, this is a crazy world we live in. Hey, y'all, we finna jump off the top topic tonight. Oh, man, good topic, man. This is a topic of how you thinking and stuff, man. And I've been thinking about this a lot throughout the day, but I always had mine. But tonight's topic is, if you could talk to 3 people from the past, famous or not, who would it be? 3 people from the past. Man, y'all want me to kick it off? Y'all looking at puzzle. Hey, I got 3 people that's good. But oh man, not me, man. But 3 people from the past that I would speak to. First person would be Jackie Robinson. Okay. The reason why I say Jackie Robinson, because I am a baseball fanatic. I played college baseball and everything. And I wanted to just really talk with him to just see how it was coming up in the 40s, playing baseball. And I done saw the movie 42 and everything several times. And back then they didn't wear helmets. And Jackie Robinson got hit in the head with a baseball. And baseballs come 90, 100 and some miles an hour now. He got hit in the head with a baseball. And he just dusted himself off, got back up and said, hey man, I can't give the power away and everything. And he was just really scrutinized about everything that he was going through, man. And being the first black to break the color barrier in sports. And I just really wanted to talk to him and just pick his brain just to see how it was, because they spit on him. He was called nigger so many times, man. It was probably he probably just didn't even worry about it no more and everything. He probably just became so numb to it. He just probably just kept working through it and everything. But Jackie Robinson would be my number one. Second person would be Adolf Hitler. Second person I would talk to would be Adolf. I would want to talk to and sit down and have a conversation would be Adolf Hitler. And the reason why I say Adolf Hitler is because I wanted to know what was his thinking behind the Holocaust. I wanted to see what was he really thinking? What was his mindset at? What type of, just could he be that cold-hearted and that cruel to have no heart or anything like that? I was at a seminar one time, and I was one of our guest speakers was a survivor of the Holocaust, and she was a little girl at that time, and she was just explaining how they were all taken away in a big old room and stuff, and they was calling groups of people, and then they take them over to the chamber. You either go over to the chamber where they put the gas and kill you, or either you can go to the just go over to the showers and take a shower. So this was the day that her group was supposed to have been taken to the gas chamber, but the guard mixed it up and took them to the shower instead. So the group right after them was the one that got taken over to the execution chamber, and she was hearing the screaming of kids and parents and just saw all this. And I just wanted to know, what the hell was he thinking? That would be the second person I would want to sit down and have a third conversation with. And the third and final person I would want to sit down and have a conversation with. And it's a little bit off the wall. Well, it's common, but the third person will be Dr. King. And I know everybody will say that'd be so cliche, but I want to talk to Dr. King because I saw some of the stuff that he had to deal with, and just to see the strength that he had to put up with and persevere and everything, just to see him when he got stabbed, all the stuff that he had to go through and everything. I would want to be that person right there that was on the balcony when that shot rang out. I would have definitely liked to been that person on that balcony that right there when that shot rang out. And I saw videos of it. One of the reverends said he moved so they can take the shot. If you guys look at it, it's Dick Gregory, God rest his soul, Dick Gregory. He broke that Dr. King assassination down wholeheartedly, and it's on YouTube, and you can see that how he broke it down and everything. But those would be my three people that I would definitely love to jump in and talk to and just have a conversation with. So before I swing it on over to Shay, Tiff Malou just joined us tonight. Hey, how you doing, Tiff? Tiff, you there? Don't just come on the damn radio and don't say nothing. Tiff, put the pipe down. Tiff Malou. If you are in an unstable place, Tiff Malou, just click on the camera and click off so we can send 911 for your help.
All right.
All right then, Shay Boogie.
All
Who your
right,
3 people?
so my 3 people. Um, I think it would be. I'm gonna have to be selfish. I would first want my 2 grandmothers. They passed away when I was kind of young, and I didn't really get to be around them that much because they lived in Indiana and we were in California. So if I got the chance, I would love to just, sit down, talk to them, and let them see how I grew up, talk to them and just, get some stories, some family history, all that I could soak up their knowledge. And my
Mm-hmm.
grandmothers were polar opposites of each other. So I would just, just love to be around them and, say the words, I love you, I hate we didn't get to be around you like all my other cousins did. So
Right.
that's 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
The third spot was kind of difficult because, you go through so many names of who you would love to sit down with. So I think I'm gonna narrow my third choice down to maybe Richard Pryor. I think he's one of the greatest comedians ever. And so I would love to just get to know him on a more personal level because he was, you see him on stage and you don't get the chance to really sit down and get to know him. So I would love to sit down, hear what he says. And he doesn't have to be funny. I don't want to stand up. I would just want him being, the true Richard that he could be in that moment and just, really enjoy his words of wisdom. And then if you want to slide in a couple of jokes, well, hey, I wouldn't mind it.
You
So,
ain't gonna smoke crack with him, is
no,
you? Okay, I was just asking.
I'm good.
I was asking, was you just go
I'm wild enough,
fire the pipe up with
sober.
him and stuff? Okay,
Right. No, I'm good. So those are my 3. Yeah.
okay. All right then. Dre Day. What about you, Dre Day?
All right, let's see. My 3 people. Like Shay, my first one is my grandmother, Catherine Taylor O'Bannon. Um, she passed away when my mom was about to turn 13. My mom is the oldest of 5. But I know that my mom's relationship with her really impacted my mom's relationship with me. And my mom and we have an excellent relationship. And I would just wanted um, this grandparent, she's the only one that I didn't get a chance to meet. Um, I pretty much, I had my grandparents, I had at least one grandparent up until this year. But she's the only one that I never got to meet. I've heard all these beautiful, wonderful stories about her, and I would just love to sit down and be able to get to know who she was, and what her philosophies on life were and what things she imparted to my mom that I not carry. I was fortunate enough to know her mother, my great grandmother, until I was 18. So I have a little bit of it. I had my great grandmother, I had my mother, but my grandmother was, to me, that was the missing piece in my chain, and I would just love to, she was an educator. I would just love to be able to pick her brain and see, you know, just what her philosophies were and how much of her I actually carry. My second person would be the last of my African ancestors that actually grew up in Africa. I would love to see what kind of life they led. Um, and also just kind of, just tell me what their daily life was, how things were over there. Because, we have never been to the continent.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, what life is actually like. We were fed one thing and now we're finding out another, So I would love to hear that last ancestor whose full life was there, you know, what is your life like? And after we explain what happened to his,
Right.
to that person's line, to that person's lineage where they are now, you know, wonder, I'd like to know what they felt about that. Um, and then my third person, And I don't know if this qualifies, but my 15-year-old self, I would love to talk to her and kind of give her some advice, because there are some decisions that I made as a 16-year-old that really colored the rest of my life up to now. Nothing bad, but I feel like this decision I made kind of held me back a little bit from bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to go back and be like, you know what? That's not a decision that you have to make or that you need to make. I took some responsibilities up on myself that were really unnecessary, and that stuff stuck with me for a very, very long time. So I would love to be able to just go nip that in the bud. And those are the three people, just like off the top, that I would just really, really want to talk to. Anybody else would just be, that would just be, icing on the cake. But those are three people I feel like I would need to talk to.
I like that, Dre. Day. I like the your 15-year-old self. We're gonna get off into that a little bit later. Christorian, tell me the three you like, man.
Okay. The three people that I would like to go back and speak to, of course, are going to be people that I admire in historical reference. I know I would like to speak to probably my past family members and ancestors that I knew, but I knew them and I know how they thought. I knew it, I have that memory, but it's like certain people. First off, the first person I would like to talk about is Dr. John Henrik Clark. He was a historian, died in the early '90s. Basically, he's not the father of history because he's going to credit Dr. Schomburg in Harlem as being who put him on his historical path to be as a scholar and how to study and how to research history, teaching him how to do that. But Dr. Clark was also a friend of Dr. Malcolm X. He was like the Ministry of Education when he decided to form his own sect when he stepped away from Dr. Elijah Muhammad. He was one of the ministers of information. So he was actually a friend of his. He knew Dr. King. He traveled places in the South. He went to the continent. And I would like to hear from him because I just want to know what he would think of the context of where we are now and how it relates to the history in the past and what progress could we possibly make using that information to possibly go forward. Because if you just listen, a good reference tool to this is a movie that probably caused Wesley Snipes to be prosecuted for tax evasion. His production company, Amen Ra Productions, made a movie called A Great and Mighty Walk. And this is a movie in telling the life of Dr. John Henrik Clark. Um, so I believe getting this movie made probably made Wesley Snipes to be put under a little bit of microscope because of the knowledge that it kind of imparted. Like I can see that being a problem. So that's the first person I would like to speak of. And then another person, the second person is someone I just mentioned, but for different reasons, Malcolm X. Now, for Malcolm X, I would like to actually just kind of pick his brain. I would like to know like his view on like everyday things, like how do you think about sports? What do you think about movies? Like to actually watch modern movies with Malcolm X. I would like to do that. To watch the CMC KD play against LeBron. I would like to see that. Like, what is his sense of humor? If we have like a stand-up comedy show, what would he think of Dave Chappelle talking on screen? I would love to see that part of Malcolm X. Because since his political view is so well known, he didn't hold that back. As he always said, he kept it plain. So I know that part, but I want to hear as far as Malcolm X goes, I want to see that. I want to see the part like how they spoke about one night in Miami. It's like, hey, I got ice cream. That was funny to me. Like, that part was funny to me. Like, no, we trying to get some hoes. You talking about ice cream?
we trying to beat some cheeks up tonight, baby.
We don't want to. He got. He's not trying to do all that.
You talking about that black walnut with the old
he
people?
Got Sister Betty at home. He's not trying to do all that, man. He's acting like how he's supposed to act. That's why, like Malcolm X, I want to hear that part of Malcolm X. Maybe the stories of a couple stories of his street life, but that's all documented too. Like he said that. I want to know his reaction and what would make him laugh in certain situations. I would like to see that.
Right.
A third person, another historical person. it's Booker T. Washington. The reason why Booker T. Washington is because I believe that some people in our historical context are more revolutionary than what they appear to be, and may have gotten a bad rap in historical context because people didn't understand what their grand plan was, and they possibly may have kept it close to the hilt. Now, what I think about as far as Booker T. Washington goes, I really think he was teaching us a grassroots way to actually build a nation from the ground up. At the same time of him doing this, he was disguising this as, you know what? No, I'm telling you, all us black folks want to do, just give us a farm, we'll farm it, we'll take care of it. We want to have nothing to do with your government. But he was teaching you from a base. You start by setting your own land up. If you can make your own food, you can sustain yourself. Then when it goes from your own food, then we can go farther as building up. Then we can make a shed. If you can make a shed, you can make a house. If you make a house, you can make a Capitol building. Like, it all has to start somewhere. And I think, and at the same time he's doing this, he's getting funding from the establishment by saying, oh no, we don't have nothing to do, just keep us segregated. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we stay still, we have our own. If you think about that, we have our own. We don't have to worry about people imputing it unless you live in Tulsa in the early 20s. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
So I just really felt like, I know the whole beef between Dr. Du Bois and Mr. Coleman, and there's sometimes in historical context where two people are right. Yes, we do have the right to be a part of the society. Yes, we do. But we also should have our own too. Like, we should be able to go there if we want to and go back to our own of our refuge, just like other places can go. Like, if back then, even though it was segregated, you had the European people can go into the African neighborhoods and shop if they wanted to, go get a haircut, go get that good food from a restaurant, and then go right back to where we cannot go.
Right.
Well, we didn't have that luxury. We should have the luxury to go back and forth. But like, as you mentioned, Mr. Gregory said earlier, when it came to segregation, yes, I want my right to sit at the counter. But now that I got my right to sit at the counter, I don't see nothing on the menu I like.
There you go. That's what
I'm going back home, and I'm going to give my business back to who was always giving my business. But what kind of happened with us was we kind of abandoned where we were going because we felt that where we were not allowed to be was better than what we already had. And I don't think that was the case. We should have built up what we already had. But as far as Booker T. Washington goes, getting back on that subject, that's why I want to hear. I would like to hear what his plans was as far as getting a nation built and the secrets of kind of keeping it close to hilt, so that, because he got a lot of funding when it came from those outside organizations, more than what Du Bois got, because Du Bois is like, no, I need to be in the door. No, we don't want you here. And he was like, no, I don't want to be in your door. We just need us to sustain us so we can stay away from you and get out your business, master. We trying to stay out your face. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why. Those are my three people.
Okay. I thought Dre Day made a very we ready to rock, y'all. Hey, Dre Day made a good point though. If I could, and I never thought about that, but if we can go back and talk to our 15-year-old self, or my situation, in my case, I would want to talk back to my 14-year-old self and shed some light and give some words of wisdom on what's going on and everything. Just tell that 15-year-old Smooth, be like, hey man, you probably want to do it this way. And I feel in my life, one decision, one decision may have made the difference in my life that I made back in the day when I was 14 years old. People who close to me know about the decision, but one decision, I could have been probably playing pro sports right now, millionaire, probably wouldn't even be knowing y'all right now and everything, but that one decision, man. But if I had to talk to myself back then, I would definitely say, hey, let's go this route, big dog. Let's don't go down that avenue. But that's how it is, though. I mean, we live and learn. That's the thing about life. But I don't regret it. I'm here with the crew. I love it. I love being here with the crew. The crew is the crew. That's what it is.
Yeah, I most definitely think about that. Like, if I could speak to my old self, it would be simple: be more selfish, leave her alone, work now, play later, and trust me.
he say leave her alone. Yeah.
That would be my advice to myself. It's always going to be somebody else, no matter what you think, no matter how ugly you think you are, no matter who you think don't want you. There's someone from everybody.
Nah. It was a couple times, man. If I could go back and tell myself, I would have told myself to jump down on that certain chick, though, man. I would have probably did that. Hey, you should jump on her, man. And you shouldn't wait. You should wait.
What I
Hey.
know now, that probably would be the case too. Like, I mean, like I said,
Hell yeah.
sometimes self-esteem is a bug. My self-esteem was trash, so I most definitely, I did not feel I even was worth someone even talking to me. I didn't feel, I still don't I don't take a lot of pictures, nothing. Just like you don't feel attracted with other people, so you don't try anything. So then you find out later, like, oh, why didn't you ever? What? Like really? You know that woman that the girls in school that you call by the first and last name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like really? Yeah, her? I'm like, wow.
And then y'all got to realize when y'all was in high school and y'all got grown and got older and stuff, it was that one little dude for the ladies. It was that one girl said, "I always thought you was cute. I always had a crush on you." Damn, you wait to 30 years later and wife and 2 kids later to tell me that?
I hate that statement.
I had a guy from church do that when I was pregnant. We gone to church together before I ever moved to St. Louis.
Yeah.
We went to church together, and then I saw him at church here in Dallas one time, and I was pregnant. And he was like, that should have been my baby. What? You never even spoke to me. so yeah.
I had to happen twice.
What?
Okay, so the first one, the first one is somebody I basically grew up with, right?
Was that the one that got away?
Could have been, maybe, sort of, kind of, maybe. But we grew up together, and me and one of his family members are real tight to this day. So we pushed the envelope and we flirted, but it never really went any farther than that until we grew up. So
it went further when y'all grew up, right?
Yeah, so I moved to Texas and I get a phone call and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And we hadn't spoken years. So that night he was like, "Hey, I've had these feelings for you for like 15 years." And I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, you was always with somebody, or when you were single, I was with somebody." And I was like, "Well, I didn't know." And I kind of didn't. I mean, I thought maybe, but because the way we met, I guess I had the reputation of being the mean girl, the one that was kind of hard to date, because I just didn't take no mess. So the neighborhood guys bet him that he couldn't get me to date him. So when we kind of, quote, broke up, he told me the truth. So I had to hem all of them up real quick for that. But anyway, so that was one. And then the second one was when I moved to St. Louis. And you know how it's kind of obvious that somebody has a crush on you, but they not your type? That was that guy. He was, he was a cool person. We were friends, but he was nowhere near my type. So I couldn't even cross that line. But I kept it cute. I didn't diss him, dog him, anything like that. But he knew we couldn't do anything more than be friends. But I was flattered, and he he found me recently and expressed again. But I was like, okay, that was sweet. So
He
yeah.
wanted. He
He
wanted.
could
He
have been
wanted.
your forever boo, and you passed him up.
Right. He wanted to
He
butter
could
your
be
roll. He
foot
wanted.
rubs right now, buying you random flowers
Right.
because you passed up a forever boo.
He could. He
I
could.
passed up
Because
my
he wasn't your
random boo.
type.
He could have. He could have helped you get them feet done and stuff and
Oh
everything
no.
and
No, but it's
rub
better
the
for me
feet.
to be honest than to sit up here and try to use him for random stuff. No, I want my real boo because I may be blocking my blessings just settling.
Yeah, he got him. He got your blessings right there. He
Right.
got them in his back pocket,
Mm-mm.
and you
No,
done
he
blocked it.
is meant to be somebody else's blessing.
So
That's
he
what you
wasn't
But
meant to
did.
be
bless
your
him.
blessing.
He is not
Mm-hmm.
my blessing.
You
I'm
never
still
know.
waiting. Call me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
You already
Lord
did.
Jesus.
You already did.
He did. You still waiting for your Boaz, huh?
Not broke ass. None of them.
I
She's
was thinking the same thing.
she say not broke ass, but a Boaz. Hey man, hey guys,
Broke
you
ass, hoe ass, low ass, dumb ass.
Right?
All of
None of them
them.
asses.
dusty ass, dirty ass,
All of
stinking
them.
Stinking
ass.
ass.
Hey man, that was great, guys. Hey, if you if you out here in our comments, man, if you one of our viewers, man, sure, drop a comment and let us know the 3 people who would you talk to? Who would you want to talk to? Drop a comment, let us know because we are definitely interested and curious to know who you would talk to in the past. 3
And why?
people. It could be and why? It could be one person. It don't have to be 3. Just drop one person that you really would like to spark up a conversation with from the past. All right, guys, we're gonna jump off into our segments tonight. We're gonna kick this one off with Chocolate Thunder from Down
Oh.
Under.
Oh.
Dre Day with
Oh.
Eargasms. Give it to us, Dre Day.
All right, all right. Hello, everybody. This is the segment of the show where I introduce or reintroduce you to a song that could potentially, make you feel on the inside part the way that physical touch makes you also feel on the outside part. So, and that's what an orgasm is, y'all. And today I am covering a song by one of the most wonderful artists uh, of our era, the purple one, the artist formerly known as and presently known as Prince. Um, he's got a new album coming out, believe it or not. 5 years after he left us, he's got a new album coming out called Welcome to America. The first single has dropped from said album. It is also called Welcome to America. The album will be dropping in July for anybody who's wondering. But Welcome to America is that first single off the album. Um, the album itself was recorded in 2010 while they were on tour. It was never released. You know how Prince was about his music. He probably got cataloged to the ceiling that we've never even heard. So I'm sure now with the stuff being released, we're going to start hearing a lot more Prince music. But this song, it sounds like an introductory song. It sounds like it's the first song on the album. It sounds like the intro music to a really good movie. The song is bass heavy. Um, it is a spoken word. It's actually kind of spoken word. Um, it's got the instruments. It's got the background singers. They sound very 70s. It's gonna put you in the mind of probably being in like a club, a dark club in the 70s, afros, bell bottoms, smoke in the air, people just chilling out, listening to the music. It's very smooth like that. But you start listening to the lyrics of what he's saying. And the song is really kind of an indictment of the American way. Now you have to keep in mind that it was recorded in 2010. And so there are some inferred references that you'll hear that are dated. Like at one point, he talks about um, read his lips, no new taxes. And we all know who that is. That is George Bush. We had just come off of a Bush presidency. I can't remember if it was Bush 1 or Bush 2 that said that, but either way, it was a Bush.
Big Bush. It was Big
It
Bush.
was Big Bush.
Big Bush.
So it wasn't W.
It wasn't W. The pride of Texas.
Sir, Ted Cruz is the pride of Texas, please.
That's what's up.
Anyway, um,
That's what's up.
no, he's not. No. Um, but then, Prince being, he was quite woke. A lot of his songs pointed toward that. There's a line there where the background singers actually sing that it's the land of the free, home of the brave, and then they say, "Oops, land of the free, home of the slaves." And so you don't know if he's talking about black people, though. You don't know if he's talking about how Americans, we work ourselves to death for nothing, basically, or what. But either way, it fits, whatever we're going through today, because nothing has changed in the past 100 years for Americans. We just got more stuff. So, y'all, it is a really nice, really smooth song. First time I listened to it, I was laying in bed. I had my eyes closed. I did that purposely so that I could hear, you know, I know that there are people out there that, when you hear stories or you hear music that you actually you can't see what's going on in your mind. I'm one of the people who can see what's going on in my mind. So I did that purposefully, just to enjoy it. So what I want you guys to do is, take the time. Is the link gonna be in the description?
It
Okay, so
will.
we're gonna put the
It
link
will.
for the song in the description, y'all. Y'all click it, go take a listen to it. And in the comments, let us know what you think about the song, good or bad. Let us know what you think about the song. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you're thinking, y'all. So that is my eargasm for tonight. That is Welcome to America by Prince. It's wonderful. Go take a listen to it. Tell us what you think.
All right, Dre Day, thank you for sharing that orgasm with us.
You're welcome.
Make
Good
you
song. That sounds dope.
made you warm and tingle inside.
That sounded
Oh,
real dope.
oh
It
yeah.
sounds like I can't wait to listen to that song.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
that's gonna be dope. Hey, we're gonna swing it over to our man Chris Storian. Chris Storian with Let Chris and Chill. Give it to us.
Hey everybody, it's your man Chris Storian here, and I'm coming at you with Let Chris and Chill. This is going to be the segment where I share with you either a movie or a series that I have came across, and I let you know whether or not it's chill worthy. And I'm going to rate that on the tune of 1 to 5 ice cubes, whether it's going to be lukewarm or absolutely chill worthy. Okay, so today on our segment, I have came across a new series that I watched in one night because I happen to be in the hospital at the moment, and so I watched the entire series of Them, which is on Amazon Prime. So Amazon Movies has a movie called Them. They released the entire 10-episode series at the same time, and each episode is a day. So it goes through 10 days, 10 episodes, and with this movie, it starts out as if it's based in the Great Migration. So during the time where black folks were going from the South out into different parts of the world, they were going to branch out and seeing what it was outside of the South at the time. So this family in particular is moving over into Compton, California, which is now an all white, no blacks allowed suburb of Los Angeles. And so they have to move for a reason. There's a traumatic situation that is shown in episode 5. So there's going to be some spoilers in this review. So turn it off now. If you don't want to hear what I have to say next, if you haven't seen it, go watch it, come back, listen to me talk about it. So there's a traumatic event that happens to Lucky, who is the main character of the movie pretty much. She's the woman of the house. And so a traumatic event happens to her and the family, and especially the parents. Now the girls don't know about this event because they kept this bad thing to happen from her. So when they move to Compton, California, they see the white home there. The neighbors are aghast that these black people are moving into their neighborhood and they have to do something about it. So it's like little minimal stuff at first that takes you there. There's the family that goes in, and they all of a sudden the neighbors put chairs out in front of the house and they're just playing music all day long to get on these people's nerves. Like, okay, you have to leave. This is like day one. Then like day 2 comes, they do something else. I think they hang up a bunch of Sambo dolls and Mammy dolls and burn Nigger Haven inside these people grass to try to make. They're just doing a bunch of little things like this. Someone breaks into their house and kills the dog, and then this is where things start to go left. Because the someone seems to be something else. Now, what's dope about this movie, it goes from a typical movie about what black folks have to go through. Now, not only do we have to go through the cops being aggressive, when he goes to his new job, the woman at the front desk treats him, he's an engineer, by the way. The woman at the front desk treats him as if they help, or the cleaning room is down that way. He's like, no. And she's not listening to him. He's like, I need to know where engineering is. And she's like, I don't have time for this. Then the cleaning man is like, I'll take him. I'll do it for you. Well, you show these fays how to get this done. They dap it up. He going to the office, and they're looking at him as the only black person in this company, especially in engineering. And so that part was pretty slick. But each person from the characters in the movie, Lucky the mother, the father Harry, then you have the 2 daughters. Each person has their own personal demon, because it turns out that there's something else involving this house. So not only is it the horrors that they have to go through in daily life, there's actually a supernatural aspect hunting this family that is involving the area where they have now just moved to, from something that happened a long time ago. And the pact was made with the devil. Wow. So this is levels to this movie. So not only do they have to, like I said, so each person has a demon. The father has a demon on him of, since he's the only black man in the company, there's a Sambo following this man around in blackface. Everywhere he looks, he sees it, and the cheese is so big, it's the creepiest looking thing you can see. And he's in tap shoes, and he's moving around. Every time he talks to someone, and he's code switching, as we spoke in our first episode, here comes the Sambo over to the side, and he's feeling it. I'm like, oh wow, that was deep. Mm-hmm. The mom has a demon on her that seems to be tearing her apart mentally. So there is just certain things, she keeps saying things and is linked to what happened in episode 5, but it's meant to do that. So so her demon is kind of tearing her apart and tearing apart her family, and the girls are just thinking mom is crazy, and that the situation that happened, I'm gonna just say, a child was killed, her son was killed. So in the girls' mind, their mom is crazy and she just killed our brother, because they won't let them know what truly happened to this woman. Like, it was a bad situation. And I don't want to spoil that for you. So you need to see that part. So that's her demon. The other demon is for the older of the 2 girls, who is a image demon. So now she's moving into an area, and now she's thinking, you ever see the test where it has the little black girl pointing to which doll is prettier, and then has the white doll and a black doll? She's kind of going through this image reflection. So she's thinking, like, maybe I'm ugly. And at one point in time, she tries to paint herself. So that's her image demon is here. Maybe I'll be prettier if I have blue eyes. I would be able to fit in. They would accept me if my skin was light. So that's her issue. That's her demon. And she sees something following her that fits along with that demon. And then you also have the young girl whose demon is the educational system. So what is your child being fed that as she goes into society to make them a good person? Now, she's only 5. She's getting ready to go into kindergarten, and she's reading this book, and she keeps talking about how she sees Miss, I want to say the teacher's name is Miss Faye, or Miss,
I think it's Vera.
Miss Vera. Thank you. So she has Miss Vera, and she's following her around, and she's feeding things to this little girl. But like I said, there's more to it to this house, because this little girl knows some things that happened and references the situation that happened to the mom that she wouldn't have not been there for. But there's demons that do know, and they're there to tear these people apart. And this, as I said, I think I gave a quick review before. This movie is not for everybody. Is
it a movie or is it a series?
It's I'm sorry, it's a series. So this
Okay.
series is not for everybody.
And how many episodes are to the series? 10 episodes. Okay.
10 episodes to this series. It's not for everybody. It's most definitely going to pull some people the wrong way, and some of it is very hard to watch. They didn't hold back when it went to that part. The ending of it is a little vague. The ending of it to me could have been a little stronger, but there's only a couple ways it could have ended. He's like, you're going to do something magical, or when you walk out at the end, the cops shoot you and you die. Do you think
it'll be a season 2?
Yes, it already is.
Okay.
It's going to be an anthology series. This family is not going to be a part of series 2. This is going to be an anthology series. So each season is going to have a different story. So it might be in Chicago. It might be in New York. We don't know where the next series is going to be.
So how many Qs you get this, Chris?
So if I look into this movie and I want to give it a rating as far as ice cubes go, I'm going to give it a solid 3.5 ice cubes out of 5. It was a good movie. It was just, it kind of ended. The last episode ended a little weird, but it is most definitely worth watching. And thank you guys. That's my take on the movie Them. So we have the movie Them. You check it out when you want to. I'm going to have a link in the comments about this. Again, follow me. It's your man Christorian on Twitter at Christorian, on Instagram at Christorian2. And I thank you for coming. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
All right, Chris. Thank you for that. Now we're going to end this off tonight. Our girl Shay Boogie. Are you doing what the hell tonight?
Not what the hell. I'm gonna do a Shay Shares.
Okay, we got a new episode, new segment, Shay Shares. Yeah. We're not gonna do it what the hell, but what the hell is a segment that is done by our girl Miss Toya, who's feeling under the weather today. So we're gonna skip over what the hell. We're gonna go to Shay Says. Miss Shay, give it to us.
All right, feel better, Toya. All right, this your girl Shay, and I'm gonna do a Shay Share for you. Shay Shares is when I share things that may go across my mind, be it current events, tips, etc., etc. So today I would like to share about teachers. You know, over during this ponderosa that we call COVID, we have seen how valuable teachers can be. You know, teachers are a strong influence on us as adults and with our children. They're a foundation to our children's future. Now, teachers can go one of two ways. They can spoil a child's love for school, or they can help enhance it and really encourage them to look deeper into themselves and really figure out what they would want to do with their future. So I'm going to give you 2 examples of each teacher. And sad to say that the actions of this teacher is still going on in 2021. Recently, there was a teacher by the name of Carla Lassiter in Arkansas. She may be a kindergarten teacher. I'm not sure what grade she teaches, but she is around young children, and the child involved is only 5 years old. So his name has not been released to the public. So I'm going to refer to him as the child or a kid or whatever. So please excuse my lingo. But anyway, so this young man went into the bathroom, and being the child that he is, he clogged the toilet. Whether it was purposely, whether it was accidental, either way, he is still a 5-year-old child. Period. Point blank. He is 5. So this woman, this teacher, told him to go back into the bathroom and put his hands in the toilet. No gloves, no nothing. That is the most outrageous thing I have ever heard. This is a baby. He did not deserve it. to have this done to him. He did not deserve to be treated this way. If you want to punish him, okay, there is many other ways that you could have handled the situation. You could have had him apologize to the custodian who's going to have to clean that mess. You could have had him write a letter. You could have had him do anything. You could have had him talk to his mama on the phone, but you do not have a child put their hands, their bare hands, into a toilet. Because as a grown person, I barely want to plunge my toilet. So to have put my bare hands in it is above and beyond. So I believe they are signing petitions to have her fired. So whatever.
It's very well they should be.
Yeah, right. Whatever discipline they give her, she deserves, because you could have treated that young man so much better. Okay. So a great example of a wonderful teacher is Mr. What's his name? David Jameson. David Jameson is an educator in Memphis. He teaches English, I believe. But what I applaud him for is that every day he greets all his students, not only by their name, but he stands there and does a personalized handshake with each child. And not only that, he didn't learn just one handshake. He had to learn a whole nother handshake because COVID, you can't come in contact with each other, right? So he had to learn a dance for them so it was non-contact, because usually he would hug, they would dab it up, whatever, but he had to learn a whole nother dance so there was no contact. I admire how he stands there, greets them, and prepares them to be successful for their day. That is what a teacher does. That is what a teacher role models to future teachers with these children. So if you are in the field of teaching to collect a check, get out of it. That's not the purpose of being a teacher. The purpose of being a teacher is to teach these kids to reach for the moon and go beyond. Do not sit here and possibly stop a child from reaching their full potential. Don't do it. They don't deserve that. Okay, so sorry to go kind of far. I'm kind of passionate. I was a pre-K teacher back in the day, so I love the kids. So
right.
Okay,
I don't blame you, man. That would telling my child to go in there and dig in the toilet. That'll be the day that it'll be foot to ass. That'll be the day that I'll probably be arrested and everything. You're not finna tell my baby to do that. Ain't gonna happen.
Yes, I would lose. Look, I'm going to jail. Somebody just have bail money prepared, okay? Because
yep, I got a bail money kitty boy waiting.
Right. You don't mess with the kids. You don't mess with the kids. All right. So that was your girl Shay sharing her thoughts. Like, subscribe, share, and I'm at BOOGZY90 on Instagram.
Thank you, Miss Shay. We appreciate that, man. Hey, guys, that's another amazing episode of Just Talking to You, man. I'm your man, Big Smooth. We had a great time tonight, man. All our tags are going to be in our comment section. You can just look at it and see how you can reach us. You can reach me at the Real Big Smooth 76 at my Instagram tag. Jump on, man. Like, share, and subscribe this video, man, to our podcast, man. Join. Comment. We appreciate comments, and we answer every comment that people put out there. So put a comment out there. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you didn't like. Tell us what you want to see. Let us know, man. Share it with us, man. Because we just love doing what we doing, man. We love educating. We love entertaining. And we just love just having fun and just sharing real life experiences with you guys, man. So, man, it's been an amazing episode, guys. Thank you. Hey, people, good people. Like I say, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, we the crew. We out of here, man. Take care.